Hi, I'm Romel Navarra. I'm a truck driver here in Canada. Some of my friends asking me about taking I.E.L.T.S. So I'm sharing one of the part of I.E.L.T.S. about listening. So in listening, of course, you must listen carefully, every words, every single story, the detail of the story. You must understand from beginning to end. So I have a story here, a field trip story. I'm going to share some idea how listening have been done. I.E.L.T.S have four parts. There's listening, speaking, reading, and writing. I.E.L.T.S have a 9 perfect score as a truck driver, as a skilled worker. I just only need 5.0 to get this job here in Canada. Well, I.E.L.T.S is one of the requirements for you to become a permanent resident here. So, first, read the story of the field trip. You can pause this video while reading the story. Now that you have been read the story about the field trip, I'll take this in a two-part question. One part was just I'm going to read this story and you're going to fill out what's the missing word. And the second part, while I'm reading this story, first read the question and listen carefully about the story so that you can answer the question. So this is how listening was done on I.E.L.T.S. So, are you ready for the part 1 or our field trip question? Okay. You can print this question so that you can answer it properly, not only for an imagination, because on I.E.L.T.S you have also questionnaire to be answered while listening. So are you ready for the part 1? Okay, let's get it on. Question number 1 to 13. I remember that a cold rainy day at school. It was a Monday when I was in year 11 and my science class were all going on a school trip to the zoo. When we got to the zoo, the class screamed. It was so loud, too loud, almost defining. I was nearly trampled when getting out of the bus. A few friends and I ran to see the monkeys first. By the time we got to the monkeys, they were asleep. As soon as we saw that our faces changed, it was disappointing, but we put the that behind us and didn't let it ruin our day. So, did you get it? Did you answer all of 1 to 13 question? Okay, we're going to check it after. We're now on the part 2. So, the part 2, read the question first and listen to the story so that you could answer all of these questions 1 to 10. Are you ready? Okay. Part 2. As we walked to the dingoes, it started to rain. My uniform was slowly getting wet and my shirt was going see-through. All of the class were bagging me out. That moment made me it the worst day of my life. It was embarrassing. Thankfully, though, the same thing started to happen to others. I felt a lot better because I wasn't alone. Throughout the day, the rain got heavier and heavier, and I was cold. I even had a jumper on, but it wasn't warm enough. My friends and I got lost. We didn't know where we were. I saw a rusty old shed and shouted to run over there. We ran as fast as we could, and I just made it without overheating. I got the old shed to keep out of the rain. In the shed, I met a zookeeper who was in charge of caring for little baby chickens. We told her that we were lost. She immediately gave us a warm jumper and hot chocolate. She said that should help keep you warm. To help us out, the zookeeper rang our science teacher. The bus came to get us from the shed. We got on the bus that afternoon and went home. Did you answer it? So, let's check it out now. So, let's answer our part 1. Okay, here we go. I remember that blank. The answer was cold, rainy. Day at school. It was a blank. The answer was Monday. When I was in a year 11 and my blank, the answer was science class. We're all going on a school trip to the blank. The answer was zoo. When we got to the zoo, the blank, the answer was class. Scream. It was loud. To blank. The answer was loud. Almost defying. I was nearly blank. The answer was trampled. When getting out of the blank, the answer was bus. A few blank, the answer was friends, and I ran to see the blank. The answer was monkey. First, by the time we got to the monkey, they were blank. The answer was asleep. As soon as we saw that our blank, the answer was faces. Change. It was disappointing. But we put that blank, the answer was behind us and didn't let it ruin our day. So, did you get it? Our part 1, 1 to 13 question for listening. Well, you can repeat this video to practice more about listening. So now, we're in our part 2 of our questions in our field trip. Number 1 question: where did they walk and started to rain? The answer was dingoes. Number 2, what was slowly getting wet and shirt was going to see through? The answer was uniform. Number 3, who banging him out and what made him the day of his life? The answer was class. Number 4, what make him thankful while rain going through? The answer was because he wasn't alone. Number 5, that he feels during what he feels during the rain even he had a jumper on? The answer was cold. Number 6, when they got lost, what did they see to get out of the rain? The answer was rusty old shed. Number 7, what action did they do to get into the rusty old shed? The answer was run. Number 8, who did they meet and what she is carrying? The answer was zookeeper. And she carried little baby chickens. Number 9, what was the zookeeper gave them to make them warm? The answer was warm jumper and hot chocolate. Number 10, after the field trip and everybody go into the bus, where did they went? The answer was home. That's it. So, if you just keep viewing this video and answer this question, then this one of the good practice for you for listening while taking your I.E.L.T.S. So, thank you very much. I hope you learned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification. And see you on my next video.